New information about the Festival of Football promo starting this Friday has now been announced. As we can see here, it is going to be Path to Glory. Now this is very similar to Road to the Final, same thing, same concept pretty much, what we have for Champions League and Europa League, and this time it is going to be for the Euros, we all know of course, but also do not forget Copa America. So this is going to be very hyped and it is going to be very interesting. We can straight away see a potential reward for 6 wins is going to be 5-star, 5-star. Now, we all know how important that is with cards like Nani, Foot Birthday, Etal. It is extremely popular, very similar to fullbacks at centre back, and it is just that ratty meta, of course, that is extremely useful when you're trying to get those sweaty FUT Champions wins. But we are going to be talking about who this potential card could actually be, because this is a little bit of a clue right here. 3-star skill moves and also 4-star weak foot. We can see up here as well behind my face cam, this promo is going to be lasting from June 11th, starting this Friday, of course, tomorrow, and it is going to be lasting almost a whole month until July 16th, which is a very long time indeed. So let's get straight into the video and let's look at a little bit more at actually a working example of how this could be going ahead, and I have chosen Phil Foden. We're going to have to see, is it going to be coming home or not? A little bit of a sticky one, not gonna lie, but our group, it should be fairly decent. Through the group stage, we should be able to make it, but Phil Foden is going to be naturally a 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. That is how his current base card, his gold card, and also his man of the match card is. So this is going to be at event launch. We have selected a potential 91 rated card, and I do think this is maybe an SBC sort of card that could be released, or again into packs as well, if that is going to be happening. But we are also going to be having cards without this black arrow on the card, which means that they are just going to be static upgrades. Like team of the season cards, they are not going to be upgrading. So it will be interesting to see, are these upgradable live cards? Are they just going to be SBCs and objectives, or are they actually going to be cards going into packs as well? I'm guessing we're going to find out tomorrow, but SBCs for sure does make a lot of sense, but maybe a mix of both of them, upgradable cards and also non-upgradable cards, we are going to have to see in packs. I do think that would be a little bit strange though, but Phil Foden, for example, to get 3 wins in the perfect situation, we would actually go ahead. England, of course, would get wins in the group stage. That is the first part where you're going to be getting your wins. So England in Group D. If England get 3 out of 3 wins, that is going to be great for Phil Foden, and that is going to be getting him a +2 overall, just like that. But we can assume that is going to be a little bit difficult. We cannot underestimate Croatia, for example, the other teams as well. If they get even a draw, that is going to be messing it up for us. But for example, maybe easier countries which do have better groups, Belgium, for example, Italy, Group A and B, could they possibly be getting an easy 3 out of 3? It's still going to be difficult, and still a draw would mess it up, which is why I'm saying that 6 wins is actually ridiculously difficult. If you take a look at the Euros, the last Euros that we did have 4 years ago, 5 years ago now, back in 2016, we did actually see Portugal came out as winners, but in their group stage, they actually finished 3rd. They just drew all of their games, so they didn't get any wins there, and they only actually won the knockout games that they did play. So as we can see here, round of 16, they got 1 win, then in the quarterfinals, they got another win, semi-finals, and then the finals, of course. But that is only 4 wins, so if we did actually have this same concept last year, this would have actually only meant that he is going to be getting a 3+ overall upgrade in total. So for example, if we had someone like João Felix or some Portuguese card in here, some people are just outlandish. They're saying players like Cristiano Ronaldo, he's already had team of the season cards, and it just wouldn't make sense at all for EA Sports to start off as such a low rating, even though he's already got a team of the season. But I'm guessing I understand where they're coming from with the 5-star, 5-star, but this is definitely aimed at players that haven't had upgrades already. But I know the 5-star, 5-star is just overly hyped, but I think Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, cards that already had just literally weeks ago team of the season cards, I don't really think it makes any sense at all to throw them in here. I think Phil Foden, cards like these definitely more applicable, and I do think that Phil Foden should hopefully be getting in Festival of Football at least, if not as a Path to Glory card. Now, we do actually have a little bit of a clue from EA Sports here. I do think this is actually going to be a player coming on Friday who's going to be starting at 93 rated at event launch. Then he could go to a 95, 96, 97, and possibly getting that 5-star if his nation actually gets 6 wins in the Euros competition. Because I have a feeling this is going to be Euros, but maybe it could be Copa America as well. So to try and find out who this card is, we do need to look at the rating, what rating he could potentially get. It needs to be maybe a 90 sort of rated card, or he's had a special card that has been sort of 90, 88, 89 rated, and also 3-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot. So if we go on to FUTbin and we actually take a look, so I filtered it by gold, we do actually have ourselves a 4-star weak foot and 3-star skill moves. So that is exactly what is here, and we actually try and filter through who is here. So I think Werner, he does already have a showdown card, so I think that is, we can cross him out. This, I think, I'm not too sure. He could maybe be getting a Copa America. I'm not too sure if he is actually going to be involved in that, but there is a possibility for that. Cavani, I think this is actually going to be the card, and we have actually made a thing that we'll take a look at here. But Diego Carlos, maybe it could be as well. Kimmich, too, recently had a team of the season card. He's got team of the year cards as well, plentiful. We don't need another Kimmich. Emre Can, I think we've already had sort of another Javi Martinez that was released end of an era, Bundesliga, same sort of centre mid. So I think that isn't going to be happening. Porto possibly could get a card, maybe for Spain. I do think if he is going to be playing, that could possibly be a card just for hype reasons. Goretzka, I don't think so. Alaba, no. Hwang Hee-chan, possibly. There is definitely a few other options here. Aspas was a main other option, but apparently he isn't actually being called up to the Spanish team. So even though this is going to be for national team, it is going to be national team wins, I think EA want to choose players that are still probably going to be playing. For example, Phil Foden, I don't think they would go ahead and pick, for example, a Jesse Lingard if he didn't make it into the England team. Same with Morata. I don't think for hype reasons purely that would make sense. So I think Cavani, we tried to do a little bit of research. I think he has been called up for Uruguay, even though he hasn't really played too recently for the national team. I do think this could actually be a very nice card if he does get released. So event launch, 93 rated possibly. This is the important. He's going to be applying to the 3-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and if somehow Uruguay do actually go ahead and make it to 6 wins, that could actually be pretty amazing. This isn't going to be the Euros, this is going to be Copa America course. So I have found here CONMEBOL Copa America. We do have Uruguay in here. Now, I do believe Uruguay does have a pretty strong squad. We are going to be having players like Suarez also supporting him. So I do think hopefully Cavani does perform a madness and we could be seeing a really good card. But there are still some very good teams in here, but it is going to be a lot smaller. So I think the chances of him actually getting wins is easier because there's going to be a group stage, a lot more games played. So I'm not really too sure how it's going to be working for Copa America, but maybe this could be a different player. Maybe it could be a Euros player. Perhaps they are going to be choosing Iago Aspas, even though he hasn't really been playing. I don't think he's called up for the Spanish squad, but maybe EA Sports are still going to be choosing him. We're going to have to see. Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.